All right, so I'm so excited to see you guys for our Wednesday night team calls. And I'm super, super excited about this topic. It's kind of like a last minute decision, but it's also a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. And it is one that I strongly, strongly believe that you should be with this business. Also, let me mute 1 second. With this business. And so the topic is importance of staying consistent and not going away, and tips to keep going when you feel like giving up. So I have been doing this business for 2 years now. I've had a lot of ups and downs, but a lot more ups than I have downs. And I think that kind of speaks for itself, but also it's just like, what if, I always think of this, what if I had given up on all of those low points? I'd be pissed at myself. Like, why would I have given up? Like, I think knowing that like what we are striving for in this business and that it is limitless and that yes, it takes time, and to yes, constantly remind yourself that this is not a get rich quick business. And I think we all know that, obviously, but it's just like a constant reminder that sometimes we do need to hear, because we are entrepreneurs and it does take time. And I'm still working at it. I'm actually right now, if I have to admit, in a very low in my business, but I'm still showing up every single day, still being consistent, still showing my team and my girls and my coaches what it takes to be successful. Because as soon as they see me go away, they're going to be like, okay, she's not taking this seriously and neither am I, so bye. And that's just kind of how it goes. And like, yes, those people who see the vision and see what this business is capable will run with it and go with it. And that's kind of what happened with me in the beginning. My coach went away and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just going to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing to make sure that my business is going to keep thriving. And I know it takes time. So that's just kind of why I wanted to instill that in you guys too. So the topic is importance of staying consistent and not going away. So number one, this job is all about consistency. And we hear this all the time about this business is about being consistent. And honestly, if you take away anything, that should be your number one thing. Don't give up and don't underestimate the power of the vital behaviors. That is what consistency should look. That's what you should be looking at when you think, what is she talking about being consistent? She's talking about doing your vital behaviors and doing what you need to do, even if it feels like what you're doing is not working right now. That's okay. We all feel like that. Right now I feel like that, and that's okay. But we all are in this together, and all of our success makes us all successful. And it's exciting because when we're all excited and we're all focusing on the positives, your business will go up. It will not go down, because you have so much more to look at when you're focusing on the positives than all the negatives of the business. And I think that goes with anything in life. And I think also you guys know that if you read personal development and just know about being the law of attraction. I'm a very firm believer in that. So, but yeah, so I wanted to say about with this job being consistent. Would you sign up with a coach that half-asses her workouts, that barely follows the meal plan, that is not showing up on the boot camps and in the team pages, that doesn't take this job seriously, and then sometimes on social media? Would you sign up with a coach that's like that? No, because what that is showing a message when you're doing those kinds of things is diminishing your business and making it seem like you don't care. You don't care where this business goes. You're just kind of doing it. You're just kind of liking it. And that's good if you like it, but do you really like it? Like, what are your goals? What is your vision with this business? And if you have a vision and goal for this business, you will go places, but you have to set up, with goals, you have to set up action plans alongside of it. You have to have something backing up that if you're going to set those big, awesome, big, scary goals. But back to that, no, you would not sign up with a coach that is half-assing all of the things that this has to do, because no, you wouldn't. And also, yeah, no, you wouldn't. And I wouldn't either, because I'd be thinking that, oh, if I sign up with her, she's just going to throw me off in a couple weeks and not care about me. You want people to feel like you genuinely care about their results in their life, in their goals, in their results, because we do. That is what we do as coaches. As long as you help one person a month, yes, our goal is 3 every single month, but as long as you help one person, you freaking helped one person. Isn't that the ultimate goal? Like, yes, it's exciting. Yes, these goals can be hard some months, but don't take away from the ultimate goal. And what we're doing is trying to help people get happier and healthier and love life. Like, we have a solution for everything. So as long as you are sharing that openly and letting people know, and if people don't take advantage of that, that's their own damn fault. But besides the point, a little rant there. Next topic about being consistent. So I'm going to totally bomb this quote, but I'm going to kind of make it up as I go. It's from a book, and also from somebody that shared it on a live video in the TFTF Emeralds, and it really hit home with me too. And I should have wrote it down, but totally didn't. Sorry, guys. But basically what it says is a Japanese tree takes 11 years to grow. And again, probably butchering this, but 11 years to grow. If you think about it, every day you have to water it. You have to give it sunlight. You have to give it all the things it needs every single day. And then on the 6th year, still not growing, still not going anywhere, but you're still watering it. You're still doing the things that you need to do. And then on the 8th year, and then the 9th year, and then the 10th year, and then finally, and the 10th year, you want to give up, but you didn't. And then you hit that 11th year, and then all of a sudden it just booms. Like, that tree is blossomed and is beautiful. Think about that. What if you gave up on year 2, on year 3, on year 5? Like, yes, this business takes a long time and also could be very quick, depends on how much you work and how much effort you put in. But also, this is an entrepreneur mindset that you have to think of. Like, you have to be in a position of what we're doing is good, and also it takes time. So put that in the back of your mindset. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Next is, going away is not a good idea. And I say this like I'm being very blunt, and I'm not a blunt person, but in this business, going away is honestly the worst thing that you could do for your business, because it sets you up for the things that I said in the beginning. It makes you look like you don't care. And yes, if you are going away, you probably are not focusing on your own goals and your own mental health and your own fitness goals. Everything to do with you, you probably aren't feeling very good in your own self. And that's okay. And yes, I'm not saying you can't go away. I'm not like yelling at you guys, but also just know that, like, when you do that, it does affect your business. So just before you go ahead and leave, think about the precautions and think about what happens when you do leave. And if this is truly what you want, if you only want to focus on your fitness goals and be a part of the boot camps, that's okay. But as long as you are upfront and letting yourself know, like, this is what's going to happen, these are going to be the repercussions, I can't even think of that word, of my actions, and you are making a decision for that. Yeah, again, rambling, but it's not okay to go away in this business. I just think it's like so bad for your business. Even if you're not like being like, feel like you're hitting all your goals every single month, and then you feel like, shit, I just need to like take time for myself. okay, take time for yourself and still show up. Like, it's so important to show up and let people know you are here, you are crushing your goals. And even if you are in a bad place, you can share that. Like, say, like, guys, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with this, and be open. That's what people like, the open, vulnerable, raw stuff. And yes, that can be hard to share, but it's up to you on how much and how little you want to share on social media. This is your business again, but our job is to show up. So it's not a good idea to not show up. And then next thing is, you might be thinking, what will people think if I post too much? Or if I sound annoying on my Instagram stories, or like constantly going on and on about all these little things that you might think people think are annoying, but really there is people watching you every second of the day. You might think that, like, oh my gosh, people are watching me, but yes, people are inspired by what you're doing, and that you are showing up every single day because it's something that people want. It's something that people need in their lives that won't admit it yet. And if they haven't joined your team and haven't reached out to you and haven't joined their boot camp, and if you have been talking to them about joining the boot camp and they haven't joined yet, it's because they're not ready inside. But that's up to us to keep showing up and keep showing them we are here for them, no matter how long it takes you to be ready. And that was me. I was somebody that took a while to commit to joining. And imagine if I was just like, oh, I'm going to keep putting it off, keep putting it off. But then I kept watching my coach. And then I was like, okay, she actually is being persistent and keep asking me. She does really care about my goals. And that is why I joined. But later, she actually left. But besides the point, it's just, I wouldn't have if she didn't keep asking me, if she wasn't persistent. So I was one of those people who felt like it was a guilt trip into something that I know I needed, but didn't realize how much I needed it until I was in. And now look, my life has completely changed. I'm now a coach. I don't work at an office job anymore. I solely work from home, and I love what I do. Next is, oh, I just wrote, but it doesn't matter what people think. What is your end goal? What is your why? And having a why in this business is so important. And I know you guys know that, but always feeling like, if you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm going to give up. Oh my goodness, this is a really hard month. Just know, just remember your why. Why did you start this? Why? What is your main reason? If it doesn't really hit home with you and have a serious reason, it's not going to play a big part in you doing the things to make your business grow. Okay, next is tips on how to keep going when you feel like giving up. So I have a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I kind of said this. This business takes time. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I'm still actively growing my business. And I probably will continue to for the next 10 years. I seriously don't plan on going away, and I don't care how long it takes. I just know I will be elite, and I will have people under me that are willing to work. And I do have some now, like some of my girls on here this call, but it's just like adding more people and finding those people who are really ready to run with this business does take time. It takes, and if you think about it, of all like the 100 people you talk to, probably 2 of them are going to be your dream coach. That's crazy. That's like 2% of the people you talk to. So it takes time weeding through all the people that you're having conversations with. But it will happen. Some happens to people faster than others, but it's our business and we own it how we own it. So next is, this is not a get rich quick business. Remember that. Not sure why I put that one in there, but because the tip is when you feel like giving up. Remember, it takes time. This is not, oh my goodness, I'm getting rich in like 1 year. It could take 4 years, but it's worth it in the end. Next is always revert to your why. I kind of said some of these. Probably were just remembering what I wrote in my tips. Sorry, guys. Always remember your why. Number 4 is make monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. And that is so, so important. So along with those monthly, weekly, daily goals, make sure you have an action plan set up for those daily goals to hit those weekly and monthly goals. So, and also tip, it is okay if you don't hit those goals. It is okay. The world is not going to end. Just know, just extend it and say, I will be whatever your goal is. I will do this. I will. It's all in the mindset. And if you do that, it will come. Next is, if you're not hitting your goals, reevaluate yourself, your business, and your tasks. And that one I think is very important. I actually recently had to do that. I felt like there was some things I was slacking in, and I learned that it's because I wasn't tracking. And then when I started tracking, I was like, oh shit, I need to do a lot more than what I'm saying I'm doing. So it's really, really helpful tracking that, whether you track anything in life. I mean, you can even track your budget, and then you're going to be saving a heck of a lot more. Or just like reevaluate anything in your life that you feel like you are struggling with. And then next is the last one, personal development. I like to say, read what you need. So that kind of like, for me, I actually jump around from book to book a lot. But until I got this book, Girl Wash Your Face, and I'm like, I think I'm the only coach in the whole network that has not read this. But I'm like, I'm going to read it because I feel like I need something that's more of like, I need to stop caring what other people think and I need to focus on me kind of thing. And I've had to do that in the beginning of my business, but I realized I need to go back to that whole area. So that's what I'm doing, and it's freaking helping me, and I cannot put that book down. But it's good when you find books like that that are really helping you with what you need. And that's what personal development does in this business. So, and you guys know that. But did you guys have any questions? Because that was it. Let me read. You can only control the non-controllables. Lexi. Yeah, when you do pause in your business, you do go backwards. And like Noelle said, no CEO takes a day off and doesn't show up on a work day. So freaking true. Treat this job like you're walking into your office job and have to sit down and work it. Because if you're not doing that, then you're not taking this seriously. And other people don't pay your bills. Dollar bills. So true. Yes, you need to read this book. Like ASAP. What do you do in the times you feel like giving up? I read my personal development, and kind of like what I said in my tips. That's kind of why I wrote them down. But I think the last two is something that I always go back to. If I feel like I'm struggling something, I really do Google books for whatever I'm feeling, or Audible's books, like something like that, and then I just listen to it when I need it. But also reevaluating what I'm doing, like my day-to-day. Am I really putting in the work that I'm saying and actually getting it done? Like if I'm not, then I'm just talking. I'm not working the business. I'm just saying, oh, I'm coaching. But am I? Like, I need to freaking like hold up and actually see what I'm doing. And then that all goes with tracking. Like I now like track every single day, and I'm like, if I don't track now, I'm kind of like, I get anxiety if I'm like, oh, there's nothing on my paper. I need to sit down and get some things on my paper. And then also with your tracking, try to keep it simple. So like some people don't track their new combos or anything, but I think it's just helpful for me, like putting tallies on my new combos. So all I do is like, I do an Instagram message, new combo. I don't write their name. I used to write their name, and I think that was stressing me out because not everybody would respond. Now I'm wasting time writing their name, and eventually they're not even going to be talking to me. So just tally my new combos and knowing, okay, at least I did 5, at least I did 10. Those two are goals for me, 5 or 10. And then my invites, I just write, on one side I have invites, on the other side I have follow-ups. And then all my highlights are, I don't know if you can see it, all my highlights are the people who said, yes, I'm interested, I want more info. Yes, not everybody's going to join, and that's okay. Those are people that should be on your follow-up list the next month, the next week, the next day. As long as you set a time with those people that are like putting you off, make it an appointment to say, hey, I really care about your goals, and I really would love to work on our goals together and have you join our team. When would be a good time for me to follow up with you so you are ready? Because I'm ready when you are, kind of thing. And just let them know how excited you are to have them join. And that's just what people want. They want to feel wanted and to join these groups because they don't realize they need it, but they need it. I needed it. And that was something my coach was like on me about before I joined. She messaged me so many times it was to the point where it was annoying. But finally I was like, okay, you're annoying the shit out of me and I just need to join because clearly this is going to be changing my life. And it did. Like, what the heck? So crazy to me. I'm like, I wish I could just like back in the day, but I joined, so that's good.
I totally feel the same way. And something that really, really helps me when I want to give up, I literally will walk past my desk and be like, should I work? Should I sit down and work and do my work? Or should I go do something else? And what gets me to trick my mind into working is taking myself to the place that I want to be. Like, I don't want to go to a corporate job. My goal is to never have to go to a corporate job. I do not want to have to travel in the snow. I want to be able to stay at home with my kids. I want to buy a house. I want to have kids without stress. I want to bring home my husband and retire him early. Like, once I go there, like, I sit down. Because, you know, like working right now in your current reality, in your current paycheck, maybe the current amount of people you have in your team page, your current client prospect list may not be huge, but if you look at how huge this can get and you really anchor yourself there, like, I instantly sit down because I'm not working for my present reality. I'm working to become the woman that I want to be when I'm, you know, there at that goal. And so it's really just your mind's going to take you, you're your own boss. That's amazing, but also super bittersweet because no one else is telling you to sit down. No one else is forcing you to show up on the days you don't want to show up. We all know we've worked another job. We've been like, I don't want to go to work today. Not one part of me wants to go to work today, but you go because someone else is relying on you. So pretend like there's someone else relying on you because there is, and there's going to be. And when you really hone into that, it's not like all that stuff just fades away because it's like, okay, maybe my current reality sucks right now, but I have to hone into what I want most rather than what I want right now. Okay, I want to go sit on the couch and watch a Netflix show right now, but what I want most is that life, my why, and so therefore I'm going to sit down. And if you don't know your why, like, you're just messing around because those days are going to come. No one goes without those days. So if you have nothing to combat those days, then you have to really sit with yourself and figure out why you're here. But yeah, and then it gets me to do everything that she just said. Like, then I'm on my tracker, I'm in the pages, I'm pouring into my clients, but getting myself to sit down, that's the trick, and that's self-discipline, and that all comes from, I just had to say that.
No, that's so true. Like, that was helpful.
There's some more questions for you, I think.
Oh.
What's your favorite PD book?
Oh, I have a lot. I really like The Compound Effect. That was actually the first book that I read. And it's very true. Like, all the little things that you do feels like they're hard right now, but all those little things will pay off big time in the end. You might not see it right now in your like small future vision, but like she said, when you sit down and like picture yourself and where you want to be, you will be there. You just have to do the small things to get there. And then also think about it, like what we do is really not that hard. Like um sitting down, answering a few messages. But yes, it's tedious. It can be annoying, but it's so simple to do. We just got to do it. We have to force ourselves to sit down, respond to these messages, and do it. It's just, yeah, the compound effect, doing the little things here and there, even if you do it for like sit down, and that's also something that helps me, putting a timer on my tasks and just doing it and then stopping when it's done, taking a quick break and then coming back and just doing it again, and then giving myself like an extra long break, I think really helps, and then coming back and doing the work that needs to be done. Yes. Would you hire yourself today is like a good question, because if you wouldn't, then that's where you need to recheck yourself and reevaluate what you're doing. And then
I just have to add one thing, like how it's really easy to look at this job as a hobby or like a part-time thing, and because we would do it for free. Like we are all genuinely here and want to help people, but when you really do start looking at it like a business, like you start caring a whole lot more. Like once people come to your Instagram page, you're like genuinely care about what they see and what they're greeted with and how much information they have right off the bat. And then when you're reaching out to them, you're genuinely reaching out from a place like if you had your own business, which you do, you would be reaching out that way. You would care so much. You would want that experience for that person, client, coach, whatever they become, to be good so that they exit, whether they, join one of your groups or not, they exit that experience thinking, wow, she gave me everything that I needed, or wow, I would give her 5 stars on Yelp. Like that's exactly what you're trying to do. And just because it's not like a brick and mortar business, it's hard for us to like think like that. But the more you can think like you are a business owner, because you freaking are, the more that you can do that, the easier it's going to, dive into how much you care and that feeling, that emotion you want people to feel when they enter your business.
So true.
Someone said No Excuses by Brian Tracy's a good one. I am going to write that down.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Do you guys have any more questions?
How do you help pull yourself out of a skeptical mindset when starting out?
What are you skeptical of?
Starting.
I think maybe skeptical is the wrong word. Maybe it's like fear of starting.
Like a negative mindset.
Oh, okay.
So
like people calling it a pyramid scheme or whatever.
Right. Well, first of all, it's definitely not a pyramid scheme. It's the furthest from it. And it's like also when you talk to these people, you have to first educate yourself. Second, be confident in what you're saying. If you truly believe what you're saying and you're sharing this information and relaying it to them, they're going to hear your tone, they're going to hear your energy and think, okay, well, she probably is right. Maybe I'll do a little searching, and they might. And what they will find is it's not. And yeah, and then also with the whole pyramid scheme, it's definitely not, because we're not required to buy all this product and expect it to sell it. There's so many things farthest from being a pyramid scheme with this business. All we do is buy things for us, share about it, and try to help at least 3 people a month. Like, that's it.
I ask people if they know what a pyramid scheme is, because 100% of the time they have no idea, and they've just attached any multi-level marketing business to pyramid scheme because they're ignorant and they don't want to take the time to actually figure out what you're doing. And so I'll usually just ask them, like, do you know what a a pyramid scheme is, and then usually they'll find out and then they'll realize, or they'll come back to me and be like, give me all these more facts, and I'll be like, okay, well, like she said, like everything like that we do, you get a product or service. Like pyramid schemes, you don't get any product or service. Like you literally are just signing people up. And so again, you have to really ground yourself down into this lifestyle, like what it's done for you, because then you're going to speak from that like emotional place rather than like, but like I said before, like you are not here to like convince people. So like if someone's determined to misunderstand you, like if they are literally not wanting to look up what a pyramid scheme is, or they're just, you know, throwing that out there, like you can like bless and release them. Like you don't have to help everyone, you know, get past their limiting beliefs. And that very much is, because this isn't a pyramid scheme. Very easy to find out that it isn't, because they're illegal and you literally can't do them. So I just ask them first and foremost, like, do you know what that is? And then usually that just like, it shatters their belief because they don't know what it is. And then we can talk about it.
Right.
But you also you're not required to like convince anyone that this is a business. The only person that has to believe in your business in order for it to be successful is you. And so like that's really the bottom line. I tried to convince everyone in my circle, like, guys, this is so cool, this is so real, like you should do it with me, like I'm having so much fun, I'm getting paid to work out, I get to help people pay for it. Like it really, like the person that doesn't want to understand you is just not going to understand you no matter what you say. So it's just finding that like boundary line where like, okay, like I can try to open your door, open your eyes by asking this question back at you. But if you just give me like the same reaction, then that's on you. And maybe when you come around, I'll be here. Like she said, shining your light, saying, hey, I'm still here whenever you need. But yeah, that's a tough one, because I mean, it's hard. You just want people to understand. You're just like, come on, get it, man.
Get your shit together. Very true. Yes, it took you 6 months to sign up your cousin who joined. Congrats! Oh my gosh! Seriously, I love those days when people are like, okay, I'm ready. And it's like, oh, girl, like you don't know how excited I am. And like, that's the whole point of what we do. We're excited to get people to join. And oh my gosh, I love that. I had somebody join in December that I was talking to for the 2 years of being a coach. And it was just finally like, I'm like, I love you. Like, this is so exciting. You're finally trusting me. And it was just like such a happy day. But yes, oh my gosh. Well, I had fun hosting this team call, and I hope you guys took some notes and implementing some things. Sorry, I ramble. That's usually how
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Yes. I'm going to do a little Instagram thing. I'm going to have you guys wave. Okay. Ready? Hello, ladies. All right. Thanks. All right. Bye, you guys. And I'll be sure to put this on the team call or on our team pages too. All right. Bye.